Hey guys, it's 11 a.m. right here in Miami, Florida. Beautiful day out. There's not that much chemtrails. If you don't know what chemtrails are, check them out on YouTube and then Google search detox from chemtrails and pick up those damn supplements. You know, you're gonna see a lot of improvement in your energy levels and your mood. Check it out, do your own research. You know, it's very interesting. This is a video about Chris Cornell, and it's about Black Hole Sun. And come up with your own conclusion, and then, you know, from while the video's playing, I will just, interrupt or, have my commentary in. So let's get down to it.
Well,
So this is a video about Chris Cornell's satanic death ritual, but it talks about he breaks down the Black Hole Sun music video. You know, pretty good, but pretty interesting stuff. So this is by Free Radio Revolution Revival, that channel, Free Radio Revolution Revival. Just want to give that dude credit.
sort of there. Doesn't seem so blatant.
So pretty much he's showing about Lady Gaga doing like the one eye symbol and all that. You know, he's trying to see if Chris Cornell has it, but clearly you can't see that they don't do that really.
And it could be a reason why they offed him, but let's get into... Well, let's finish the article here. Where is it? Get back here. I just gotta finish this so I don't miss any of the details that they're providing us through the fake news. And then I want to get into Black Hole Sun. Now, again, I must reiterate to all the good folks that are listening that this is not the most important thing in the world. It really isn't. But it's indicative of a larger global agenda. And what I'm trying to put together here is that all these super celebrities, all these major superstar musicians, singers, artists, writers, all these actors, they all make the deal. They all have to make the deal. And you'll see that they have to live with the consequences of making that deal. And that could have been what, if there's any truth to whether or not Chris Cornell took his life, which I'm highly skeptical. I don't really care at the end of the day. Well, I do in a sense, because I never want anybody to die. I feel bad for his family, but there are people that die every day around the world of all kinds of tragedies, and they don't have millions and millions of dollars and all that, but, I still don't want to belittle anybody's death, and I'm not here to do that. I'm here to just show you that all these people make the deal, and the deal is to serve this new world order. So, Soundgarden's next album, Super Unknown, in 1994, chopped the US chart and reached number 1 in the UK, or number 4.
This album.
It went on to sell 5 million copies in the States alone. There's only one way that happens. You can have good songs, and I'll say Super Unknown had some pretty good songs, although maybe now I might not be so comfortable listening to them. Even back then I wasn't so comfortable listening to them. To be perfectly honest with you, Super Unknown was one of those albums that really disturbed me when I first listened to it. I was disturbed by the album cover. I was disturbed by the imagery. I was disturbed by how dark the songs were, how bleak it sounded. But yet, still, it's appealing because when you're a young guy...
Well, pretty much the album cover, if you look at it, it's called Super Unknown. You're going to see the little devil dude on the top. He's a singer. And then you're going to see like a forest right below. Well, that's as above, so below. So right now we're on the dead side. We're on the dead side. We're on the hell side. We're in hell right now. That's what he's trying to see. That's what he's trying to say, that we're in hell right now. You know, that's how we see this picture, you know, right side up, because we're on the same side as hell. You know, look below. If you flip the album cover over, you're gonna see like it's trees, like a forest, like, and then you're gonna see like a little black thing right there. That's like the astral light. That's the astral light to the Garden of Eden. That's the Aurora Borealis. So that's, you know, the land of perpetual twilight. That's where you need to get to. And then up here, that's the hell where we're at. You see he's holding like a mic. And look, at the back of the cover, that super unknown, he's like, listen to that song. And it's about the black sun and the portal. We're going to talk about that song too. But look, why is that the only song like highlighted? And then you're going to see the 4th of July. You're going to see a little cross there. 4th of July is coming up. There's like a cross. And then super unknown. So he died, and then suddenly, 4th of July, maybe that's his funeral. I don't know. I got to look into that date, the significance of that date, because July 4th is coming up. And he just died recently. Supposedly. So super unknown, that song is the only one highlighted. Very fucking interesting. Alright, let's get back to the video.
And all this shit's going down, you know, you're easily impressionable to you know, this type of music. So often music that is maybe not so innocent in its intentions can draw you in. And I distinctly remember bringing home Super Unknown, getting it from the record store when it came out, and being disturbed by it. For sure. So I'm going to show you Black Hole Sun in a second here. That release followed an opening slot on Guns N' Roses' Use Your Illusion tour in the United States and Europe between 1991 and 1993, which introduced the band to huge new audiences. Cornell recorded 4 albums with Audioslave between 2001 and 2007 before quitting the group. He had drug and alcohol abuse during his later years with Soundgarden, but strived to overcome them. The performer said in 2007 he had been sober for 5 years after entering rehab in 2002. He had also spoken of periods of depression.
Oh, and this article is from theguardian.com. Like, that's a pretty legit source. It's not like dailymail.co.uk. And right now he's going to explain what agoraphobia is. Pay attention to that. And he says it too, like, it's pretty interesting. That this is like straight up, he was known, according to The Guardian, he was known of periods of, you know, depression and agoraphobia.
And agoraphobia.
Agoraphobia.
Like agoraphobia, sorry.
Okay. Oh, okay, I said it right.
Here. Hang on.
Agoraphobia.
It's an extreme anxiety disorder characterized by symptoms of anxiety in situations where the person perceives the environment to be unsafe. Now, if you think about this, if he's really in the know, and he understands, and he surely does, when you see the imagery in the song Black Hole Sun, there's no mistake what it is. It's no mistake whatsoever. It's one of the most in-your-face sort of Saturnic sort of worshipping, or I don't even know if it's worshipping, because we'll try to take a look at it in a second. We will take a look at it. It's better just to see the images and I won't be able to play the song, unfortunately, because of copyright strikes. You know how it works. But I think most people can access the song. I'll show the lyrics as well. But it's interesting that he had this phobia. The condition often runs in families. Stressful events such as death of a parent.
The thing is, you have to understand is the so-called elites are using this knowledge, you know? It's not that the Saturn and the Black Sun are bad. It is a tool. It is the knowledge of all knowledge. Imagine you had, whoever has the knowledge, that's why they say knowledge is power. The level of knowledge you have equates your amount of power if you choose to use it. Knowledge could be used for good or bad. That's why it's a tree of knowledge. Because if you know the true knowledge of this reality, meaning the black sun, the flat earth, just like the ancients, once you take that away from the people, once you take away them knowing where they really are, imagine a bird not knowing where it's going. It's never going to get home. It's just distracted. So pretty much, this is not evil. Like, oh my God, Satan worship. Oh my God, Satanism. Oh my God, those symbols, alchemy is evil. Oh my God. No. Grow the fuck up and understand things. Everything is for a reason, right? So look into something, at least know a little bit about it. So pretty much it's a tool. And you can use it for good or evil. That's why the knowledge, the tree of good and evil. So pretty much they have this knowledge and they're using it. And they're keeping it from you because you don't know where you are. You think you're on a ball floating through space. And that dying is for real. But in every book, in every religion, at the beginning it says, we were perfect and immortal. I don't care what religion you are in. They all say the same thing. We came from perfection and then, something happened. Alright? So this is not evil. It's a tool. Alchemy is a tool. Understanding astronomy is a tool. The black sun is a tool. The knowledge. If you keep that knowledge from people, you can do whatever you want. You can say whatever. So it's a tool, and it's gonna be back in our hands, the hands of the Lamb.
Or being attacked may be a trigger. So he had this phobia, which perhaps he felt his life was in danger, or that he would be killed or whatever because of what he knew.
So yeah, of course.
Possibility. It's really hard to recover from just mentally. Cornell recalled.
Like, oh my God, like imagine you had something, right? Like in the movies, the person doesn't believe, oh my God, some people are out to kill me, people are out to kill me. Or like stressing out that like it seems like people are after you. Yes, of course, if you knew probably what he knew. Or like, oh, you could be disposed at any time. Like being fearful like that. Like you're disposable for knowing something. Of course you're gonna have it, and people are gonna be like, no, don't worry, you're going a little cuckoo. Don't worry, are you serious? No, not believing you. Of course you're gonna be like called agoraphobia, because if people don't know what you know, and you don't want to tell them what you know, probably, but whatever. Pretty much he knew something, probably, and he was known to suffer from that, according to The Guardian.
I think Audioslave suffered from that because my feet hadn't hit the ground yet. I was sober, but I don't think my brain was clear. It took me 5 years of sobriety to get certain memories back. He is survived by his wife, Vicky Carianis, whom he married in 2004. Their son, Christopher Nicholas. Their daughter, Tony, and by a daughter, Lillian, from his first marriage to Susan Silver, which ended in divorce. And then they put the hotline for suicide prevention and shit like that.
Sure.
Okay. So, let's get to... I'm going to close a few windows and get to Black Hole Sun here. Okay, so... if you haven't seen the video here... turn down the volume here, and hopefully I'm allowed to play some of it. I don't know. Maybe actually I should be careful. Now, Black Hole Sun, of course, the Black Sun, the worship of Lucifer, the Saturn, the cult of Saturn. That's what the Black Sun is. And what you see in this video is, wow, it's got to be one of the trippiest videos ever. you see the complete degeneracy of humanity and how dumbed down we are. We are literally sheeple in this, as you see a lamb being fed milk by a guy with double crosses and a, over the top.
Yeah, like I said, look, he's feeding the lamb. We are the lamb, supposedly. It doesn't matter if you're religious or not. It's alchemical. So pretty much we are the lamb. The sheep, the sheeple, we're considered sheep. So the double crossed, he's not, he's holding double crosses, he's not good. But he's trying to feed the lamb because we're the lamb, deceiving the lamb with false religions.
Sort of suit here, proselytizer here, a fake person. And then you've got the mother here in the kitchen sort of thing. And all these people are being distracted by the lifestyles of the average American, which is complete superficial sort of, narcissism.
The older lady
programming by television. You've got a person here sitting with their face pressed up against the television. And you got a couple here sitting on the couch, completely mesmerized. This hive mindset that they show, and they really make reference to the hive mind, which of course is all Freemasonic as well, because they're trying to engage people in a hive mindset. Here, the programming, here you've got on the wall little girls all standing in a circle, sort of a satanic sort of seance. I think it's a bug zapper or something down by the television, and he's of course wearing Skull and Bones on his shirt. That's Chris Cornell. So this is circa 1994, and he's playing this, and they're kind of twisted on an angle with these clouds and the blue sky going in the background.
He's twisted at an angle because he's representing that we're bent and confused. That's exactly what he's explaining here, that they're at an angle because we're bent and confused.
And he's singing about... So, actually, while I'm showing this, I'm going to open the lyrics here and take a look at some of the lyrics. In my eyes, indisposed, in disguises no one knows, hides the face, lies the snake, the sun in my disgrace, the black sun. Boiling heat, summer stench, neath the black clouds the sky looks dead. Call my name through the cream, and I'll hear you scream again, calling the name, of course, of Satan. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come, won't you come?
Okay, so pretty much he's calling for the black sun because the black sun represents the Holy Grail, where the Holy Grail is. A division symbol. Sun above, sun below. As above, so below. As in heaven, as on earth. Division symbol. Line in the middle. Represents the plane of existence. So pretty much, yes. The black sun will wash away the rain. Meaning no more suffering, no more pain. We will finally know that we were children of the sun. From my understanding, we're the Son of Man. I sent my only begotten Son. The Christ is the Son. The Antichrist is the black sun. Lucifer is a balance, a good balance of two energies. A balance. Male, female, positive, negative. Right now we have an obstruction. The moon is an obstruction. It's like throwing off the equation. It has to go back, to where it came from. So pretty much, it's gonna wash away the pain and death and sickness, because once this happens, that's it. The black sun is everlasting life, and everlasting life solves all these problems. Every fucking problem. Because we finally know where we're at.
again, this type of symbolism here, where you've got a cockroach being held up by children who are dissecting it and deriving pleasure from it, a lack of empathy, and just a complete fraudulent sort of evangelical, right? What people fall for, the people who preach Jesus over and over again to make obscene amounts of money, right? Which was really big at that time and still is pretty big today. And then, so you've got obese girls dressed up as ballerinas, just to emphasize the absurdity. And there's the hive mind. The hive is a big theme in this video. This video is trippy as fuck. I mean, it's disturbing. It's a really good song. And then you've got your sexual temptation here, and she's got a heat lamp going, sort of thing. Stuttering cold.
He doesn't show it, but in the video, she has like a reptilian mouth, like a lizard, like a tongue, like a lizard tongue.
And damn, steal the warm wind, tried friend. Times are gone for honest men, because they made the deal. And sometimes far too long for snakes. The snake reference constantly coming up. In my shoes, a walking sleep, which, of course, in your shoes, the walking sleep, meaning that you're sleepwalking, that you're like a sheeple, you're not awake to what's going on. And my youth I pray to keep. Of course, everybody tries to hold on to their youth. That is what our culture worships. Heaven sent, hell away. No one sings like you anymore. So heaven sent, hell away, meaning, of course, that the false sort of idolism of these false preachers, which supposedly sent hell away, but hell is coming back in a big way, because hell is the black hole sun.
No. Helios is above your head. You're in hell right now. Helios, the heliocentric model, the heliocentric system. Hello? How's your help? Help. How's your health? We're in hell right now. The black sun is not hell. They like to twist shit. They like to twist. They like to take its place in everything. That's what they do. They take the place and totally twist the so-called elites. That's what they do. They like to twist things. Much love to them, though. This is a really big learning experience.
So the woman here, I think she shows a lizard tongue at some point here, if I'm not mistaken. And you've got a child that is eating an ice cream, burning her Barbie on a barbecue here, which of course refers again to cannibalism, which is a huge part of the satanic elite and what we see over and over again. This is such a disturbing video. This is one of these videos that could give you nightmares. And then the black hole sun here, with everything being sucked up into it. And of course, now the doll looking almost more...
Pretty much the reason why the black sun is sucking up everything is because it's sucking away all the distractions. All the bullshit, all the fake shit is going to be sucking it away. Because once we know where we are, we can do really amazing things. Once we know where we are. And part of that is knowing about the black sun. You know, no one knows God right now. Where is God? Oh, deep in space. Well, thanks. Thanks for leaving me so far away. Thank you. That's not fucking true at all. If you want to look for God or whatever, the source or the source of a Big Bang, if that's what you believe in, you know, that's fine. That source is not that far away as they say it is. It could be around here, where your compass is pointing at. That's most likely where it's at.
Human-like roasting on the open coals, which is exactly what they do in satanic sacrifices, of course. With the skull and bones, singing black hole sun. The cream, which could also symbolize, of course, cum coming out of the mouth of the supposedly pure woman here. This particular woman dressed in white, which is sanctity and chastity and stuff like that. But she's got this cream coming out of her mouth here. And then you've got the fake, false idols here who are trying to get you to buy into them. Faith saves.
You don't say, look, that's a Jew. That's a Zion. That's a Jew right there. That's one of the Zionist Jew. False religions.
As you see here, then this guy here with his top hat and his shiny sort of outfit, and then you've got back here in the purple, of course, the purple with the cross. Faith saves. Your false preacher trying to get you to buy into, and then the hive mentality, the hive mind being sucked up by the black hole sun here. As you see here, I'm hoping I can get away with a little bit of it. Right, her tongue. And this is early sort of CGI and stuff like that, so it actually works well still because it's so freaky looking and disturbing, but everybody's being sucked up into this black hole sun here. And of course, they're singing, black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come, won't you come? Calling for the Antichrist to come and wash away all the fake people in this fake world. And they're even standing on fake grass with fake flowers sort of thing. You've got a woman here holding what looks like a child's toy or something. And you see everybody being sucked up into this black hole sun, the satanic sort of coloring and imagery. And you've got like suicidal sort of, you've got the butterfly symbolism all over, which of course could be a reference to monarch programming, which is massive in all these videos. All the videos you'll see the butterfly. In this video you see the butterfly a lot too. Represents the transformation of a mind-controlled victim.
MK Ultra.
Bestiality here. So this song in many ways foreshadowing what was to come, as bestiality is now legal in Canada.
And seriously, what the fuck? Like, why is butterflies in a fucking hot tub in the shower? I don't know.
You've got the butterfly, monarch butterflies all over the bathtub. You've got the women here having sex with the Great Dane or whatever. I mean, that's what it's alluding to. And then you've got this black hole sun here, symbolism with all the candles and the red coloring sort of thing to represent, of course, Satan and the coming of the Antichrist, which seems to be much closer now than ever before. And hence,
Black Sun,
perhaps
Antichrist.
That's why his time has come to pass. You see the baby.
Because, again, the sun is above your head. That's Christ. Christos. There's a Christ within your mind. There's an oil, Christ consciousness. And as within, as without, the sun is your Christ. And the black sun is the Antichrist. The opposite. They already mess with the idea, the antimatter. You know? It's like a void, like antimatter, the void of material, math.
Being sucked up, the baby turns from being a baby and becomes this blob and then gets sucked up.
Bye bye, baby.
And everybody gets sucked up into this black hole. And then it's just blackness. All blackness here. So it's pretty, I wish I could play it. I wish I could play the song. I apologize for the folks listening not being able to do this.
Yeah, damn you copyrights.
People will misinterpret this stuff all the time. I'm not saying I have all the answers, and I know there's better people at interpreting Satanism than I am. But I'll tell you that most of these songs, when they say, "Oh, I don't know what the song is about," or "I just putting words together," they're full of shit. When John Lennon says that "Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds" is just about a children's drawing, he's full of shit. Of course, it was about LSD. When, say, what's his name, Don Henley says that Hotel California was just about drug use and California life, they're lying. It's clearly all about Satanism. So many of these songs, if you dissect them, are clearly about Satanism, the cult of Saturn, Saturn worship, the black hole sun, the coming of the Antichrist. So this super unknown here is them having made the deal and sold out to this New World Order. And that's perhaps why Chris Cornell suffered for so long, because many of these guys can do it. Guys like Eddie Vedder. Maybe their roles aren't so taxing. Maybe they're just not as, taken in by drugs and all this. But if Chris Cornell if he was murdered, and this happens to be his last picture that he took, which means 666, that's what Fox means, especially when it's like that. Let's just be clear about that, just in case you're new.
Alright, I'm going to add this part in the next video about his last picture. Fox and the Griffin. That's pretty cool. Alright guys, take care.